What was the catalyst of your stepsister and yourself to break up? The catalyst was money, because my mother controlled the money and all of her father's assets. My stepsister is a chick with champagne taste and a beer budget. My stepsister took my mother's side because she wanted her damn money. When my stepfather died, my mother gave my stepsister her father's wallet. And, it's a dead man. You're supposed to cancel his credit cards to use his credit cards and all that. And she was for maybe a week or two. And I was still talking to them a little bit then. And I said, yo, you can't use a dead man's credit card. That's like some big time financial shit. Don't do that. But yeah, she was using her dead father's credit cards. And I'm like, dog, why you ain't mourning? Why would you even want to be out here spending money? Your dad is not even cold in the grave. She used to borrow money from one of my family members that was a drug dealer, but then talk shit behind his back. It was the craziest thing. They say, don't let people see your pain. Don't let them know they hurt you. And I just say stepsister for this conversation to identify who I'm talking about. I call her my sister. My stepsister was my sister. And it's so funny when her daughter was mad at her. She would be like, Auntie, get your sister. I'm like, that's your mother. She'd be like, could you get your sister? I have done so much shit for her and her daughter, not because I wanted a trophy, but because I loved her. I haven't talked to my stepsister in a long time. My stepsister, became involved in court stuff, telling lies. And this job that I got my stepsister at the U.S. Department of Energy, before that, she was doing fucking Instacart. Nobody would hire her. And I helped her get a job because I love my niece. Her own father wouldn't help her get a job because of her just financial dirtiness, her triflingness. I can be mad at my stepsister, but looking back, I appreciated about my stepsister that when we were still talking and bad things happened and the abuse I experienced as a child to the trifling things as an adult before I went no contact, she acknowledged that they happened. But I do not understand this constant smear campaign to call me a liar. You did it, heifer. Ma, you broke my fucking jaw when I was 8. I don't understand this. My stepsister would kind of be like, yes, the fuck y'all did do that. Y'all were terrible to her. Even when we were still talking or as our relationship dwindled, they constantly tried to make me feel like that incidents did not happen. And my stepsister would be like, yes, it did. She calls me Carol instead of Caroline. Y'all did this to Carol, or I know what they did. And they treated her differently. My stepsister, my mother never called my stepsister a bitch. And my mom had a slip of the tongue calling my stepsister a bitch, and my stepfather swooped in and checked that. But when my mom called me a bitch, my stepfather never had my back. The spirit of evil takes over people, but they know what they did.